Hey, what's up? The reason why I'm making this video is, well, people probably won't be surprised, but it is about Unity and its current state. So, Unity decided to change their policies to an pay-per-install model, which I have done some uh, some research on it, and it is of course a bad idea because it is kind of flawed practice. Like let me put off this graph right here. So someone on Reddit made this graph here on theoretically uh, how much this install per pay per install model is gonna work. So basically, if you just have the personal version, which most people do, probably all of you that's watching this video maybe have it. Maybe some of you have Pro or Enterprise. If so, damn. Well, anyway, so if you have the personal version and you reach this threshold of I think was 200k in dollars, of course, then Unity will have you pay 20 cents per install. And that is pretty bad, you know? So this graph, well, it isn't for most, not most games are affected by this. This does more lean towards mobile games, and that is also important because the mobile game industry is the biggest one. That's the biggest market cap on it because there's so much many downloads on it, and most people use their phones to game, even though it doesn't look that way. But most mobile games are free to play, and if and these mobile games do usually get a lot of installs. Like the ones at the top have like 50 million installs. Like it is kind of shitty mobile games, true, but it is successful mobile games nonetheless. And well, these mobile games doesn't get $1 per user, and because they most likely run ads, and most people watch these ads, but most people don't use microtransactions. A fraction do, but not all of them. So depending on how much monetization you have in these mobile games, a large percentage of your revenue can be taken on by Unity. Like this dark green here, this is probably where the good monetization models, but or maybe pay to win games lies, where people actually spend quite a lot of money on it. And Unity won't take that much money, so that's not a big deal. But the standard, maybe not really monetized game will maybe potentially have more than 100% of your revenue taken away from you if you reach the threshold for where you're gonna pay per install. And that's really bad because like low key, how the fuck is Unity just gonna take more than 100% of your revenue? That is possible, and it's very stupid, you know. Uh, Premium games won't really be affected, kind of by this model because people are already paying. Wait, let's say you're an indie studio and you make a game. Sure, your game is probably going to be around maybe 5, 10 to $20 or euros, whatever. So taking 20 cents from that per install, if it's done properly, then that's not really a big deal. But the big worry is since Unity has two software, the Unity editor where you will make the games for us developers, and the Unity runtime for the build version of the game. And the build version for the game will check if you have installed it. Unity did say that they're only going to check one install per device, but I don't really know how they're going to track that. Maybe they will check the IP and maybe the PC specs to make sure it's onto the device. Well, probably Unity Engine do use the Windows API, and using the Windows API, the Mac API, they can get the PC specifications and use that to maybe track one device per install. But the problem is also will pirated games um, like count as an install, which is also a big issue. Unity said they do have maybe some sort of fraud detection system, but they don't really prove anything of that. They just say they do. I don't really know how to trust them because we haven't been that trustworthy. At this part, we'll most likely see when this policy happens in January. I think it's gonna happen. Well, no matter what, I do really hope they do revert the decision because I do like Unity, but most people, especially people that are solo developers, they will most likely make a mobile game, and that will not be really be sustainable unless you make it really pay to win. And people don't like pay to win games, so it's just bad environment to be developing in Unity. So what has people done to do this to tackle this? Oh yeah. Oh, I also forgot a point. Well, various things like the Xbox Game Pass and Unity or Epic Games when they give out free games on Epic Games, and of course the people that makes these games don't get any money other than maybe the deal they made with Xbox or Epic Games to make the game free. But just like an example here, there's this company studio called Aqua Crabs, and they'd say that that their game would be in the Xbox Game Pass for 2014, which means that when this game comes into play on the Xbox Game Pass, a lot of downloads will probably happen because people want free games, of course, right? So, so it will be free to download for the 25 million Game Pass subscribers. And let's just say if 1 in 25%, so 1 million players will download this game for free. Well, if we just pull out the calculator, right? If we take the 20, we probably have the enterprise, so maybe they'll take like 1 cent. That would be sustainable, but let's just take this theoretically. So 20 cents, right, for this times 1 million. Yeah, that will be $200,000 that will just be taken from them. But and that's probably more money than the deal they're getting from the Xbox so subscribe. Well, no matter the no matter thing, I'm kind of ranting right now. I am also doing this first take. I haven't made a script. Well, a large portion of their income will be cut, and that sucks for because other than it, even though Unity doesn't take all of the money, you still need to pay tax. You still need to pay your workers and maybe the rent in the studio or whatever. And people are disappointed. This is probably developers that has followed this count, like the game studios disappointed by Unity. So what I'll do, I will probably use Unity in the future anyways, because I have spent 7 years and I'm not really looking into making a finished game. Maybe I will, but it will probably be a premium model, so this kind of installs will probably not affect me, and I probably won't even reach the thresholds of $200,000. Like, I'm not that popular, and my game will probably not be that popular because I'm a solo developer. I mean, there's the chance, but not really. But so what will I do? Well, I am thinking just of a way to kind of rebel against Unity because fuck 'em, right? I will try to learn the Godot engine. I have played with it a bit. The good thing about Godot engine is that it's completely open source. It's an open source game engine, which means which has some good benefits. One thing that's pretty good is that they take no cuts from your revenue. So all the money you get from your game will go 100% of it will go to you. Well, not if you probably have it on Steam, and Steam I think takes 12% cut, and then you're gonna pay taxes on it. But the Godot engine doesn't take a cut, so that's kind of nice. Since it's also open source, you can fork it and you can customize the engine. That's probably not something a lot of you developers want to do, but I do. I'm actually working on a project where I make a game engine, so I would probably like to look at the source code for inspiration on how to I can develop my own game engine, because I'm kind of looking into that, because I think it's an interesting topic. And another thing is it's both 2D and 3D, and there has been made some pretty cool games with it, and people like it. Like it has some good 2D capabilities, which looks pretty awesome. Like this just looks really good just for a 2D game. Like it even has shadows and things like that. And I will probably learn it. I think tomorrow I will try to maybe I will try to live stream myself learning it, and maybe I'll make a little game with it. It also has VR capabilities, which I like because I love VR games. I have developed a few VR prototypes, so I'm looking forward to it. And the only negative thing is that the Godot has their own custom language for the game engine called, I think it's called GD script. Well, it's probably not that big of a deal, pretty easy to learn, because since it's integrated into the game engine itself, you don't need to have Visual Studio to script. You can actually script inside of the engine. I can show you. Also, since it's so lightweight, it only takes a few. It doesn't even fill a gigabyte. I think it's about 111 megabytes, and that's pretty good. And it opens up pretty fast. And I have played with it, just try to learn how inputs and all that works. That's kind of like the basics to start making games. So I just wanted to make sure that that worked. And yeah, this is me coding inside of the language. So this extends variable tells this script that, hey, I use a rigid body 3D. There is a and I have some variables for the sensitivity and outputs. One thing I don't like is that the inputs needs to be very large. One thing I like about Unity is that the rigid body velocity takes you meters per second, so five meters per second. But I need to have like a really big value. Maybe it uses centimeters, like Unreal. I don't know. So this will probably be 1.2. Now, well, it doesn't matter. Well, I have played with it a bit, but you can see the scripting language is integrated in the engine itself, which is pretty cool because then compile time is pretty fast. And there is a 2D view, which I haven't played with because I'm more interested in the 3D games. And the controls are pretty similar to Unity. They look pretty cool. One thing I don't really like, I don't know if it's just a perspective thing, but I think the x-axis goes to the left in this game. Like I feel like it's flipped. I don't really know, because if this is forward, then why did this go left? Because positive x usually means to the right, right? It's kind of annoying, but I will probably try and learn this because it's cool. But I don't really like the axis. I hope I can change it. Maybe I will. If I could fork the game engine just to fucking flip this, that would be kind of funny. But anyway, it's a pretty good engine. It uses Vulkan, which is pretty good. It's a cross-platform graphics API. I can also run this scene right here. I think I made a third-person controller. Yeah, I did. And yeah, I just played with it for a little bit. So yeah, I will probably live stream tomorrow. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about making a third-person game, maybe with a little ninja. That would be pretty cool, right? So I will live stream that tomorrow. And if people want to watch, you can. If you want to rebel against the Unity, I will probably also post videos about, maybe devlogs about the game I'm making, just for some fun, you know. If people want me to keep posting Unity tutorials, just type if you want to. And but if you're interested in learning Godot, I will try to learn it myself. I have enough knowledge about general game development, and also I have a lot of knowledge with programming because I have 7 years of experience in multiple well, not in multiple, but generally 7 years of experience in programming, and I have experience in a lot of programming languages, so I'm pretty flexible and a quick learner in this type of scenario. So I will try and learn Godot as fast as I can, and maybe post some tutorials about it if people are interested. And also, this is a modeling engine. 3D modeling engine, which I'm pretty interested in learning and be good at, because I really like low poly models with pixel art. I just think it look really cool, kind of like Minecraft, you know. And I have been practicing it. I'm just really bad at it. I'm really bad at pixel art. this this ninja is so fucking ugly, but I'm trying, okay. But but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Well, it's not fine. I need to be better at it, but it's like it's a pretty cool uh, modeling engine, and you use pixel art on the object. If people are good at pixel art and want to try and make 3D games and thinks this art style can be pretty cool if maxed out, like actually people good at art. I'm not good at art, but I really want to be good at pixel art. You know, the 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 3D modeling engine is called Blockbench. If people are interested, now I'm going on the sidestep. I'm just talking randomly about this rant. But yeah, well, short points is fuck Unity, you know, and I will try to learn Godot, see how it is. If I like it, I will probably endorse using it. It looks cool and it has good graphics, better default graphics than Unity, so maybe you don't need to spend so much time on post processing and changing the render pipeline to Universal or HDHR or whatever. So yeah, uh, I'm sorry this video is too long. You're probably not watching all of it, but I will stream this tomorrow, and if people want to see it, I will be pretty happy to show you the progress, and I hope you will want to see this going forward with me. I can also show off the game engine if you want on the live stream. The one I'm developing, it's not really that far. It's only got 2D capabilities, but I'm looking to making 3D capabilities when I feel more comfortable with how game engines work. It does have an entity component system, but right now I'm working on making scripting using something called Mono. Mono is an easy way, well, not easy, but an easier way to help you integrate C# code and execute in C++. So I can make my components in C#, kind of like in Unity, but when I compile it, it goes back to, it gets compiled into C++ code, so my game engine can run it. It's pretty cool. I'd like to show it off eventually, but not right now. I'm sorry for the rant. I hope you maybe like this video. I don't know. And also, yeah, face reveal. Yeah, cool. Yay. I am going bouldering with some of my friends. I'm gonna climb. I need to get these gains, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. If you want me to post Unity videos, then sure, I can do that. But right now, I'm kind of looking forward to trying out Godot engine and see how good it is. Oh, bad. Who knows? Maybe I'll make some pros and cons and give you advice on this engine you would pick. Oh yeah, of course. If you're making a premium game, and a premium game is a game with a model that's just once pay, so like you just pay $5 and you can get the game and play it, no microtransaction, whatever. This new policy will probably not affect you unless you're like really successful, like you get if free on the Xbox subscription Game Pass or free on Epic Games, then it'll probably affect you in a bad way. But if you're just a small developer, and you probably won't even get past the 200k threshold anyway, then this probably won't even affect you. And you probably shouldn't feel that much hatred towards Unity, but you should hate on Unity for the concept they have made, because in theory, if things go bad, this can entirely destroy your game, as shown with the graph, right? Like, we don't want a world where it's possible for Unity to take more than 100% of your revenue. Like, what the fuck? Or 50%, like, what? Like, I would say from 5 to 10% to less than 5. That's the range that I would be more comfortable with, because we also need to post it on Steam, and Steam takes a 12% cut. And then there's taxes. Like, that's in my country, I pay 39% in tax. So yeah, I don't want them to take 50%, because then I'll have what? Zero. Almost. Like, what? So stupid. So yeah, Unity's weird. I hope they fix it. It's also sad to see a game engine go down like this, because it was based in Denmark, and I'm also from Denmark, by 2 developers, and they got bought out by some stupid American guy that was which was the old CEO of EA, and even he was too greedy for EA, so that's not good. But yeah, this has been past 20 minutes. Uh, I I hope you will like it, the video, and I will try streaming tomorrow if I can. So yeah, goodbye.